Merry Christmas, everyone. It's me, Noodle Dog. It's one of the most cozy times of the year right now. It's snowing, people are getting together, and if you aren't, you are at home enjoying some peace and quiet in the warmth of your home. With that warmth is the desire to not go anywhere right now. But let's be honest, with the way the world has changed over the past 2 years, artists are thriving in their natural habitats. If you haven't gotten a place to make a studio, you've probably dedicated a place in your home to all of your art endeavors. The private life is one of pleasure, but also annoyance. Don't you just love it when you go reaching for your favorite brand of pencil only to find it's been broken down to a stub? What about when the artist in your life is looking for that one thing that they may normally go to the local store for, and they just can't seem to find it anywhere? We've all been in that situation, and while going to a store is really appealing, what dawned on me recently is that people aren't actually going to stores a whole lot these days. I like going, but I also like the privacy of my home. There's some stuff I can wait for, and there are other things that I can just make people wait for. With the rise of the internet marketplace, you can go many places to buy just about anything for yourself or others. For artists, it's no different. You can find a wealth of things online in different places for all of your art curiosities, and today, in the spirit of buying a ton of stuff for the people you love, or for yourself rather, let's look around the good old internet and see where you can get stuff for all kinds of art forms. Let's go browsing, shall we? To be completely honest, there are a lot of places that are pretty ingrained in our minds when it comes to crafting. Let's get the biggest offenders out of the way first. Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, and any other arts and crafts store of that caliber are good choices for some good quality material. If you're looking for sets of paint on sale, sketchbooks of various types, even craft machines like sewing machines and vinyl cutters, then this is for you. You can always count on these stores to have a good selection of products, and you can usually find these stores somewhat in your vicinity. The online marketplace will likely have discounts you can take advantage of, and if you want to pick up your items at the store, you can do that with relative ease. You might also appreciate that these stores also cater to decoration, cooking, home setup, and many other things. You really can't go wrong with these stores as far as what they're selling for their prices and coupons. With that though, there are some caveats. These stores have pretty good quality items, but the brands you'll see are pretty standard. That's not a bad thing. You won't find any particular innovation here at these stores though. They're here for you to get some good stuff, but that's about it. Most of my sketchbooks come from Michael's. The prices and availability make it quite the find for someone who really just wants to pick up my stuff and head on out the door. But what if you want to go to a site you're familiar with? I got you covered on that too. Unsurprisingly, Amazon is another highly valuable option when it comes to buying your art supplies. Pens, pencils, paper. Amazon is a one-stop shop, as it always is. You can literally find thousands of products that could be at your door in as little as 2 days. If you're unsure about something, someone's likely bought what you're looking for, and you can look at the reviews or even buy Amazon's recommended choice for a particular item. The number of choices is literally endless. You can be as vague as possible and still come up with something you'll be happy with. Amazon also has art supplementary tools that you can use for your art setup or to better your skills. Things like mannequins, art books, desks, art software, and drawing tablets. You get the idea. With all these options, the sky is literally the limit. Man, traditional and digital artists really have it good with the juggernaut that is the online marketplace, don't they? But beware though. Sometimes the items that you get may not be of the best quality. Like any online marketplace, the price may not justify the product's effective use. It might actually be worse. The prices are also a bit more regulated as well, so you may have to spend an arm and a leg for something you really want. Also keep in mind some items may not get here in time to wish yourself or others a happy holiday season. Back orders do happen, and it may be something you have to contend with this time of year. eBay is another option. People tend to sell, resell, and buy all kinds of tools and supplies. While eBay is a bit risky for some products, it's very effective at seeing what people are selling and getting prices that may actually be better than a site like Amazon. Not satisfied, most accounts now have purchase protection, leaving the consumer more confident with what they buy. You can feel good you won't get a box of rocks. You can just snatch your money right the hell back if that happens. Since this is a consumer-based site, be mindful of who you're buying from. The higher the rating, the better the product. I tend to use both platforms for my digital art supplies and computer supplies more than anything. Wacom, Huion, and UG are often bestsellers on these platforms for those looking to up their digital game this holiday, and the software to come with it can also be bought there as well. I'd use these platforms for stuff you can't buy at an art store or art store website. In my opinion, I think it helps you make the most out of what you're paying for. On that note, let's move on, shall we? I just mentioned art store websites, and that leads me on to the next stop of our journey. When you're looking to get some pretty good traditional art supplies, you might want to head to your local art store. But what if you don't have that ability?
I got you, homie!
Art vendors have websites you can buy from that will ensure that you get some of your favorite brands at reasonably good prices. Sites like Jerry's Artorama and Blick Art Supply are a goldmine for those who are looking for some serious firepower in their traditional art hemisphere. Looking for some Posca paint markers? They got you. What about cutting mats the size of your desk? They got you. What about this big fuck-off roll of linoleum? They definitely got you. You can get all kinds of stuff from these sites since they're specialized in art supplies and tools. They've got all the brand names you can rely on too. You'll also have the ability to get some deals on bulk orders, if you're into that sort of thing. You even get recommendations for what you might be interested in later down the line. It really makes you feel like a professional when you make a big old order that'll only come in about a week from now. Wait, a week from now? Yeah, shipping isn't the cheapest and it'll cost you to ship, but you do get the knowledge of knowing that what you're getting is the real deal. You'll be able to head to the site if you want something really esoteric, for example. Silverpoint is something I like to work in, and they tend to have all the materials available to ship to me. Those things are important if you want to get your loved one something really interesting for Christmas, but be warned, these are only traditional sites. You won't get a listing for Wacom's Antiques or Hue on Canvas there. You can't even get pin nibs, but that's the trade-off you make. Order early and hope it gets here in time for your special someone. Or you, if you're your special someone. By the way, it should be noted that there are stores that may specialize in digital art, but I have yet to encounter such a thing. Maybe you could let me know of some in the comments. I'd love to go and find some myself. And now finally, we get to the real This final tier of sites is pretty much going nerf or nothing. You want something good? I might just have one more thing up my sleeve. Or lack thereof, I don't wear sleeves. Everyone knows that if you're a professional or enthusiast, you have your place to shop for your craft. Sometimes though, you've got to go straight to the source. There are many sites out there that are dedicated directly to specific art forms, be it tools, mediums, hardware, or software. If you know what you're looking for, you'll get something genuinely worth your time. There are hundreds of art forms, and when you get put on something, you tend to become a repeat customer. A good example of this could be sites like iMcLean's, a website for sculptors and block printing enthusiasts. You can purchase extremely high quality Japanese carving tools that are made by hand and shipped to your home. You can even pick left or right-handed tools. Not interested in block carving? That's okay too. Perhaps you're so rich you like to draw out your woes in gold and silver. Silverpoint Web would be a perfect fit for you then. You can buy styluses of various metals as well as grounding fluid to coat your paper. You'll literally be writing in gold in no time. Or maybe you just want to buy Clip Studio Paint from a reliable source. ClipStudioPaint.com. You can even access the updates and tutorials and asked forums. It's pretty self-explanatory. Going straight to these types of sites will make sure you get what you or your special someone is really looking for. You really want to seem like you care? This'll do it. And it'll absolutely blow your wallet the f*** open. Yeah, you should have guessed that this is the top shelf stuff. Your wallet's gonna be begging you to stop spending so much damn money. But that's the price you pay for quality. These sites usually are their own vendors and often sell things directly from their own stock or brand. Or they even hand make some of these products and they send them directly to you. Some of these sites will have long wait times. Really long wait times. That means you might have to seriously plan your gifts out in advance if you really want them to get here in time for the holidays. This will wow someone if they're really into something, and they'll probably be surprised you're paying so much attention. And they'll probably take it as a sign that you care about what they're doing, and that's truly a good feeling. Now before I quit, there are some honorable mentions I could definitely say that some artists can certainly get some use out of. Believe it or not, some of the supplies at stores like Walmart, Target, Office Depot, and other big box stores are actually pretty useful. You may not get Copic level supplies, but they often have good quality materials that you can supplement a fellow artist's career. Here's a good example. I still get watercolor pads from Walmart. They're only like $5, and that's pretty good for what's essentially the budget Rolls Royce of art paper. Sharpies, pens, and pencils at these stores are also really useful to add to your repository. They're cheap, and they can pretty much help somebody in a pinch, and frankly, who's going to say no to another set of pencils and pens? I know I wouldn't. Oh, and one more thing I should mention too. Art supplies extend far beyond the medium you use. If you're struggling to find something unique for the artist in your life, consider looking at not only their art, but how they implement what they have. Do they have all the supplies they need? How about looking if they look cramped when they sit down? Do they complain about their chair or lack of space they have? Do they lack clean space in their workspace? You can rectify all these things with items like desks, organizers, chairs, and even clothes to work in so they won't be so dirty. Some art is messy and needs space. Get creative with what you buy. It's art after all. We'll find a way to use it. I'd like to end off by saying it like this. Artists sometimes have it rough. We can be a fickle bunch. We express ourselves in a way that is very visible, and paying attention to that is important. Christmas offers itself as a prime way to treat yourself and others to something really nice. Showing you genuinely care about someone, or even about yourself, is a great reward, and a gift is the best way to anyone's heart these days. As the time for carols and Christmas joy draws closer, be happy, be merry, and enjoy your gifts. If you actually remember to order them in time for the holidays. Merry Christmas, everyone, and happy holidays from one dog to another. I'll see you dogs later. Hey everyone, if you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing and sharing with people who might be interested. It's been a real long year, and the holidays are the best way to recover. I'll be enjoying mine, and I truly hope you enjoy yours. As always, I appreciate all the love and support. From me and mine, to you and yours, I wish you a very Merry Christmas and a stellar New Year. See you later.